friends! It's time for an advanced dictation today. And you may be wondering why I'm not on the couch. There was an accident on the couch today, so everything's being washed. I'm here. So I just finished this book, So You Want to Talk About Race. It's a very popular book, New York Times bestseller. It was very interesting and very eye-opening. And it's about racism, mainly in the US, also Canada. Anywhere where white people dominate, this book is applicable. It's even interesting, I think, to Japanese people. So, our 3 sentences for today's dictation will be coming from this book. Before we get started, let me remind you that this is a dictation, so you need a pen or pencil and paper. I'll say each one of these sentences 3 times, so you need to listen and write down all the words. Good luck. Let's get started. Number 1. Police abuse and oppression of people of color has not stopped at Black Americans. Police abuse and oppression of people of color has not stopped at Black Americans. Police abuse and oppression of people of color has not stopped at Black Americans. Okay, let's check. Police abuse and oppression of people of color has not stopped at Black Americans. And the author, she goes on to explain that Hispanic and Native Americans have also long been recipients of higher rates of arrest, assault, death at the hands of police. So, in the US, white people trust, respect, generally have a good relationship with the police, but Black Americans, Latino, Native Americans all have higher rates of abuse and oppression from the police. Okay, this one's difficult. Get ready to write. Microaggressions are small daily insults and indignities perpetrated against marginalized or oppressed people. Lots of difficult words in this one. Microaggressions are small daily insults and indignities perpetrated against marginalized or oppressed people. Microaggressions are small daily insults and indignities perpetrated against marginalized or oppressed people. Okay, let's check. Microaggressions. Micro means small. Microaggressions are small daily insults and indignities perpetrated against marginalized or oppressed people. And she goes on to say, because of their affiliation with that marginalized or oppressed group. She says microaggressions are more than just annoyances. Because especially Black people feel these small aggressions every day, all through their lives, from childhood through adulthood. They're not just small annoyances. She says they do real psychological damage. You may be wondering, what are microaggressions? They're quite common in the US, I think Canada too, probably other countries. Things like when someone asks a black woman, "Is your hair real? Can I touch it?" On to number 3. Our kids are fighting for a world more just and more righteous than we had ever dared to dream of. Our kids are fighting for a world more just and more righteous than we had ever dared to dream of. Our kids are fighting for a world more just and more righteous than we had ever dared to dream of. Let's check. Our kids, or our kids, are fighting for a world more just and more righteous than we had ever dared to dream of. So she's comparing her kids, their generation, versus her generation or her mother's generation, and kids today are fighting even harder for justice, a fair life. She explains that after Trump was elected, her older son and a few hundred of his classmates walked out of class and marched to City Hall. They were angry and frightened. So these kids were so angry that Trump was elected, they walked out of school and protested. Some adults said they should be learning, staying in school, but And the author here agreed with her son and respected his decision to walk out of school. She said they had been learning far more than we apparently had, and that was why they were protesting. Okay, that's it for this advanced dictation, and I highly encourage you to check out this book. That's it for today's dictation. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments or questions, let me know. If you have any questions about the dictation or about this book, race relations, U.S. culture in general, let me know. I'll try my best to answer. Like this video and subscribe for more coming up soon. Bye!